Hello, man. This is Howard Dare. Thanks for stopping by. So I'm wondering whether or not I should drop the MGTOW label. It's not that I would stop making content for men on these subjects, but I'm not so comfortable. I'm not so sure that I should be using, the MGTOW label. I was very active in the MGTOW community about 5-6 years ago. And then I basically got arrested and thrown in jail by a bunch of false accusations, gynocentric state, a bunch of simpish men, quite hellish, right? Long time. Turned out okay in the end, but, everything that I had accomplished and acquired in life was lost and destroyed. So, the men are starting over. 50, 60 years old. We've been existing in a kind of cancel culture, an absolute cancel culture. And it's a soft dictatorship. It's a soft authoritarianism where political correctness is used as a means of political control, and it comes out in just basic kind of social interaction. Conversations, public opinion, things like that. Now, if you'll think back and remember, we weren't always like this, okay? We used to have conversations and respect each other's opinions, but differ in our opinions. And then we would debate and talk, and we would come to either a compromise or what we considered to be, the best solution to the situation. There wasn't hatred. There wasn't vitriol between the parties. They could disagree. They could look at things differently. They could present their cases, and then the people could decide. And then afterwards, these people could go out and have a cup of coffee. They weren't, they wouldn't be going to the press and then bad-mouthing, their opponents into the press. But, of course, as you have experienced over the last 10 years, that changed. It started changing even soon, before that. And what we developed was simply cancel culture. In other words, if we disagree, there's no compromise. There's simply our point of view and their point of view. And any dirty trick, any bit of social slander, any bit of the use of power unjustly to further either side's position seemed perfectly justified. Now, in doing this, things slowly devolve into a kind of nasty, disagreeable, nihilistic, abusive, neglectful, selfish relationship, such that 51% of the group can do whatever it wants and 49% can get arrested and thrown in a deep, dark hole and die. It's not about compromise. It's not about understanding the issue. It's not about efficiency, coming to the best conclusion. It's about getting what you want in the moment, no matter whether it's good for you or bad. It's just what you want right now. And it doesn't matter who it hurts. But more importantly, it doesn't matter the system that it hurts. So we're all down here now in this unworkable system where we cannot even have an exchange. All we can do is become intransigent on either side of the issue and then unleash any sort of dirty tricks that we can to undermine the other side. Now, Trump, in this last election cycle, he's done it before, but, he pulled the perfect political jiu-jitsu move, which was, okay, if you're going to call me a fascist and, un-American and a threat to democracy, we'll just play that up. In other words, the behavior that you're using to jump to these conclusions, we'll just ramp that up, okay? And we'll just let you continue to jump to these outlandish, emotional, pointless conclusions. And boy, did they ever. Right? They're still doing it. They don't realize that, they lost that fight and they keep throwing the exact same punch over and over and over again. As I mentioned a little earlier, I had, made a lot of content and then thrown into a deep, dark hole because, I offended the sensibilities of the women. And when I came back, I expected to find a great deal of change, a great deal of update. But that's not what I found. I found the men locked in on their issues. I found them engaged in interpersonal conflict. I don't care who you like and who you don't like. What do you think this is? You think this is like, a birthday party that your mother's throwing for you? You think this is a party? This is war. And I've been in the worst of it. And I've seen what it does to the men and the boys. I don't care about having some little disagreement with some other man. It's like the men are being carted up and thrown into a slaughterhouse. And I've got somebody talking to me about what color shoes they're wearing. It's unmanly. It's childish. Cancel culture does not belong in the manosphere. You want to have people, you want to have people that you pick on and exclude and pretend that you're better than? You want to fail to have compassion for your fellow man? You want to be the one true real man, okay? And all the rest of us, we're just following your lead. Go to hell. And I've been there. And let's see if you can come out on the other side. Most don't. Maybe you'll get to see how good men are treated. And maybe you'll see by who they are treated this way. And maybe you can ask yourself, is that an honorable man? A man who attacks his fellow man when they're suffering, when they need help because he wants to be popular. Is that honorable? The answer is no. The answer is that's a little bitch behavior. You think I can't tell? You think I don't know? Of course I do. 5 years. I want to see some growth. I want to see some change. I want to see some adaptability. I want to see some resilience. I want to see some strength. I want to see some courage. What the fuck have I seen? Cancel culture? Yeah, exactly. So, you want to throw down with Howard Dare? Well, I've got good news for you, bro. Here we are. Things are turning around here in America. Things are turning around for the men, the women, the feminists, the gynocentrics, the simpish men, the capitulating men. They're in for a rude awakening. You want to hide in a basement? You want to hide behind your in-group? I stand alone. A man stands alone on his principles, on his values, assuming that he has any of them. You recognize that's the trick right there, okay? The men have been stripped of their values, of their goals, of their dreams, of their identity. Your identity is that you are the male of creation. You are the generative, courageous, powerful, dynamic force which can reshape the universe according to your will. Nothing like that in the universe. Except for you. You want to get in a silly argument. You want to get your feelings hurt. And this power that's within you, it is the power of creation. It is the power that's dividing your cells. And it's in all of us. But we get sick and we get sidetracked. And now I've got a group of men that I've been trying to help for 10 plus years, going through hell, coming out of hell, coming back to them and saying, hey, this is what I found out. And they're like, I don't like the color of your shoes. And I'm like, what the hell? What are you, some sort of a woman? What happened? Look, I've always said that the danger was never women thinking that they were men and acting like men. They can do that. I don't care. Let them get, bat, spit, scratch their nuts. Let them do it. I don't care. Let them act like they're going to beat somebody up. I don't care what happens if a man starts acting like a woman. Yeah, here's a joke, right? The cop pulls over a trucker, and trucker pulls over to the side of the road. It's a big rig. And cop comes up to the side of the car, pulls out his gun, points the gun at the man and says, where's the girl? Truck driver looks at him and says, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no girl. Officer levels his gun, steps in a shot closer and says, I will shoot you. Where is the girl? Man says, look, there is no girl. I don't know what you're talking about. Officer says, out of the car, out of the truck, up against the wall. Where the fuck is the girl? This is your last goddamn chance. The man finally breaks down and he says, look, I don't know. There is no girl. Please don't hurt me. Police officer puts his gun away and says, okay, there's the girl. How upset do you want to get over stuff that isn't important to men? You want to determine what's going on here? You want to lose the war because you've got a little battle. No, you can do it. I don't care, but it's not where I go. I make content to help men, not to be popular, not to be part of a group. I don't want the men to have to go through what I went through. I want to share with you what I've been through and why I think it happened. I want to share with you the things that work in my life that make me stronger, not the things that distract me, not the sidetracking bullshit. You tell me, man, what are we supposed to do? What kind of content are we supposed to make to help the men? Huh? You want me to take little TikTok videos of girls complaining to the camera while they're putting on their makeup and talk about how unfair that is? What do I care? You understand that it is a distraction and that it's not worthy or honorable of you as a man. Now, you want to kill some time? You want to, be distracted a little bit? Yeah, sure, fine, whatever. Not a problem. You want to make this the basis of your life? Come on, you can do better than that. But of course, we exist in a system that says you can't do better than that. We exist in a system that says, oh, you should keep out of the sunlight because it might give you skin cancer, right? And meanwhile, the people are sick as dogs, as weak as kittens. And the things that they care about are the color shoes that people wear. So I don't really know, how to come at this, right? Like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. Guy, come on, you're a man. Let's put your feelings aside for a moment and let's do what's best. Let's march in step, okay? The men are suffering. The men are confused. The men are lost, especially the boys. ladies? What, are you some sort of special big shot? And you're going to be like judging them? No, man, I need you helping them. I don't know what needs to happen for the man to see what's important. Losing everything alone doesn't seem to do it. Coming to the edge of death alone doesn't seem to do it. Being strapped down into the chair by your glorious leaders and the people that you look up to and being kicked in the balls repeatedly doesn't seem to get it done. How about all of these things together? Is that what it's going to take for you to open your eyes and to become part of a group of men that are trying to do what's right? Is that what it's going to take? Because it's coming. Keep going. You'll see it. No worries. I just don't know if you'll come out of it is what's going on there. It's this idea that 10 years ago or more, the men are hanging around and thinking that, it's a fair world. There's justice. There's honor. They can get by, only to find out, and especially you're finding it out today. No, bullshit. Take your tax dollars, tell you that we're spending them one place, spending them in another place, actually spending them to knock you down and to make you feel like 2 cents, like less of a man. Stay out of the sunlight, they'll tell you. Eat lots of grains, fruits, and vegetables. Eat your veggies. Your veggies are poison. And if they don't get to sell them within like a week or so, they have to throw them away. Do you think they're pushing them on you because they're healthy, or because if they don't sell them within a week, they have to throw them away? You know the answer to this. Your body knows the answer to this. And yet, no, fruits and vegetables are good for you. That's what everybody says. Yeah, but they're all sick. They're all weak. They're all lazy. They're all distracted. Okay, you understand what I'm trying to talk about, right? Where are we going to go from here? What are we going to do? How is this going to work? America is turning around. The world is turning around. It's all changing. Can you? I know that I can. What needs to happen to you for you to grow? See, it's understandable, right? People want stability. People want certainty. And any sort of change is frightening and stressful and, causes a negative physiological response. Okay. But life is not about getting what you want and being comfortable all the time, even though, that's what we kind of want. No, it's about our adaptability and our resilience to the changing in the circumstances. Okay, it is this dynamic between hot and cold, light and dark, good and bad, hungry, not hungry. It is the shift between these two poles where life exists. It does not exist on the extreme end of either one of these poles. Dynamic change, adaptability, resilience. These are the qualities that are innate to your male nature, but we have been separated from our male nature. We are told that, men and women are equal. They're the same. The women cry and get all upset. And now the men act like that too. Or many of the men act like that, especially the young ones who haven't gone through hell yet. Because men and women are the same, but they're not. So there's your danger, okay? This is just a little warning from me to you. Hopefully, you can avoid these particular pitfalls, maintain your strength, maintain your momentum in life, and achieve your hopes and dreams, materialize your values, embody your principles of strength, courage, compassion. Nobody's stopping you. Actually, you are stopping you by buying in to all the gynocentric group bullshit. You take care of you. You look after your food. You look after your sunlight. The sunlight is really important for your health, for your hormones, for your well-being. Simply consider the fact that the entire animal kingdom, when spring and summertime comes around, even the plant kingdom, that's when they start to reproduce. That's when they start to feel strong and healthy, such that reproduction, is on the table. Or, you could just be kind of sexless, non-male, non-female, unisex haircut, overweight, walking around as one of the people. You could do that too. That's what most people do. I don't recommend it. I think there's better out there for you, but who am I, right? I mean, if you don't like the color of my shoes, who am I? All right, I'm going to leave it at that for now. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, donate. And what can I say to you, MGTOW? Okay, I'm not playing YouTube commercials to you. And now let me bring you the sponsor of this video. I'm not trying to sell you anything. If you want me to tell you the truth, support the Howard Dare channel. If you want to be distracted and waste your time, don't. And join me again, Howard Dare, as I plan to have more content for you. Thank you, man.